Hey, what's up, guys? We'll see if anybody comes into the chat. What's up, guys? Oh. All right. Protein there. A little bit of sugar. Then we're gonna do some honey. What's up, guys? I'm making a smoothie real quick. Let's see what setting makes a big difference. Hey, Shawnee, how are you? Hey, Shawnee, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you? Oh, thanks for the thumbs ups. You rock. Well, Shawnee, I'm always good. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, you ready for it? So we got 50 grams of protein, just for what it's worth, if anybody's curious. A bunch of honey. Gonna keep the anti-inflammatories down with some of the super greens. What we got? We got a few people in here now? What we got? Hello. Is that maple syrup? Good question. Yo, I have lice. Do you really have lice? Google how to get rid of lice. That's not good. You wore the shirt now? Yeah, I decided to put a shirt on. Yes. Okay, so I keep my content family friendly. I have a moderator in here. If someone's disgusting or sexually inappropriate, I give them warnings. I can't control what other people do, but no, I do my best to keep that within guidelines for all the parents out there. Get it? There's a lot of crazy people online. I'm not saying I'm not nuts. I'm just respectful. I think everybody's a little bit nuts, but I'm a little bit more respectful. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the attempt to have appropriate family content. Are you a practicing psychiatrist? I see we have a lot to unpack here. What? Yes. Okay, I do. Okay. Oh, that's good. It's because I'm 13. Well, that's cool. 13? Boy, what a good age. Is talking about lice too much? I mean, nah. So my name is Chris. I'm a coach. I like to play music. Now, what I'm doing, just so you know right now, is I am getting lean. So I am purposely eating less food and I'm getting cut and lean. So it's been one of those things where I don't know if you've ever tried to get lean and diced, but it comes down to counting everything that you eat. I got to go to the gym 5 or 6 days a week, but I've lost 100 pounds and the abs are starting to come in. I'm starting to get veins in the shoulders when I train. But a lot of times I walk around feeling like doo-doo when I'm in the middle of a cut. Shout out to anyone in the chat who's ever been like failure to take, okay, let's see. Hi from Toronto, Canada. Good morning. Hey, Miller. Hello, Miller. Boink. Congratulations, Miller. Elian, you are now one of 100 pounds. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You see, I'm really wide in the shoulders. You see them big old shoulders? I train to look like an upside down triangle. I'm not trying to be super yoked and do all these drugs. I want to look like this. Let's say you take a triangle like this. That's what I look like. I got these wide shoulders that took me a long time to build and this little bitty waist. So I like the old school health and wellness. I don't do drugs and all that. So I'm kind of more like a natural body sculptor. And I'm injured a little bit, but guys, I'm getting lean and it's so exciting. I'm finally to the stage where I'm getting to where when I'm in the gym, I look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, there's details and there's separation, and especially in my back. My back is my best body part. So anyways, and yeah, music is cool. Trying to look like Mr. Incredible. Yeah, but not so big. Mr. Incredible was like this, and I guess more lean. I like the lean aesthetic look. I can't really explain it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, okay, I'll show you. I'm not really, now don't, forgive me because I'm not in great shape, but I am trying. But you see how right through here, I have like the shoulders right through here. Again, I'm not trying to show off. I'm just kind of show you I've lost 100 pounds and what I'm working with. So you see how I have the wide shoulders. You see how I have the back and the separation. Maybe there's a better look over here. You got to have the right lighting to really see it. But you see how I have like the wide shoulders and stuff? I'm trying to have that type of physique. So not too big. I'm 6'4", 225 pounds. So I'm trying to have that physique that when you pull to the side, you know, you can really, you really got that. It's like a piece of art, man. I kind of sculpt my body. So that's what I'm trying to do before I hit the gym. So yeah, and there's a lot of it's nutrition. So I'm making a smoothie right now really quick. Why aren't you in church? I don't go to church, man. I got nothing against church. That's cool. I'd rather go to the gym because while everybody else is in church, I go to the gym and it's always got, there's more equipment available. So I take advantage of people's church routine and go to the gym because there's no one there. It's the best hack. It's the best hack. Yeah, so I don't have anything against church, guys. I don't want to be, a lot of times we talk about different things on this channel. Look, race, religion, and politics are people's personal truths. I've got nothing against anybody who's trying to be a better person, but we all have our own path in life. Where are you from, buddy? I'm from Georgia, in the United States. I'm from Georgia. I started those workouts. You told me, Pink Duck guy, yeah, let me know about the workouts. Let me know how they went. Overhead press and pull up is great to build that. Oh, absolutely, Julian, 100%. I do a lot of pull ups and I do a lot of overhead press, 100%. Yeah. I do a lot of overhead press. I do a lot of pull ups. I can do 20 or 30 pull ups at once, and I can do pull ups upside down. Pull ups, supinated, neutral, pronated. All versions of pull-ups, and you don't just do them fast. You go up, you go slow. Body weights are great for that. Overhead press, absolutely. Overhead press with dumbbells specifically is really good. I like dumbbells more than barbells. I've had an injury where I tore my back, so I have some herniated discs from when I was a heavy power lifter, and then I lost 100 pounds. And I can tell you firsthand, dumbbells and cables have been my best friend to build an aesthetic physique. But in addition to the dumbbells and cables, I've also always incorporated sprints, dips, push-ups, and pull-ups. Kinetically, you got to be able to move your body. If you want to have an aesthetic physique, you kind of need to be able to move. Now, if you just want to be big and poofy and have one of those physiques, you know, that's different. Everybody's got their own version of what their physique looks like. And as far as what I eat, this is what I eat. I eat a lot of chicken and a lot of steak. And a lot of fruit. And pickles. I love my pickles. Love my pickles. All right, now I got some peaches over here. Also like eggs. Eggs are good. All right, what's next in the chat? 2000, yeah, are you? I don't know what you do. Smoothie, or ate a ton of protein powder. I was constipated. My doc said to shove his fingers up my butt and scoop it out. All right, cool. I feel violated. Chicken and rice. Yeah, I mean, chicken and rice is good. But if you eat a lot of chicken and rice and you eat too much rice, you'll look okay. But to me, I still think too much rice and too much grain doesn't give you a really good aesthetic physique. That's just my own opinion. I still eat rice and stuff from time to time, but you know, any type of starch, whether it's rice, whether it's grain, it kind of makes you hold water a little bit. I know people are gonna maybe disagree with that, but again, I'm talking about for pure aesthetics. I think fruit is better. Fruit, eggs, steak, and I do a lot of fruit. And I think it's a superior carbohydrate, fruit and honey, if you're trying to stay lean and not have that poofy look. Now, I'm not saying I won't eat rice. I love rice. But I found if I eat less starch and I eat more fruit and honey as my carbs, that I get a more fitness model looking physique. Do I have a dishwasher? Yes, but I don't use it. I got my peaches down in Georgia. You say I look like Justin Bieber? And if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the close to you. I miss you more than life. Somebody else said I look like Justin Bieber the other day, which is kind of funny to me. I'll take a Justin Bieber look. That's cool. I'll take that. I do like music, that's for sure. I play some piano. I don't think I'm a good singer, though. I don't know. I don't know if I can sing or not. Anyways, let's put this here. Yeah, I actually have a dishwasher over here, but I never use it because I usually cook and wash my own dishes. Yeah, I like to do stuff myself, man. I don't need someone else to do that stuff for me. I'm not lazy. I know how to cook and clean and all that. You know. Yeah, I'd take Justin Bieber's money. If I had the amount of money as Justin Bieber, I would open up a bunch of schools, and young men and young women who don't have an opportunity in life, I would seek them out, especially creative and smart individuals, and I would try to harness them and essentially try to give them a better chance in life. That's what I would do if I had all that money. I wouldn't be buying all these cars and all this fancy stuff. That's just not me. I'd rather do something that gives back to the world, to try to attempt to make the world a better place. That's what I would do. I don't care about all the cars and all the material stuff of this world. Guys, you need to make, in my humble opinion, the purpose of life is to leave the world in a spot that's better when you got here. And sometimes money and power corrupts people for that. So it is what it is, you know. If I had as much money as Elon, I would do the same thing. I would probably buy land, try to grow food. And I do like the idea of going to Mars. I do think it's very important for us to go to other planets because in case humans destroy Earth, I hope we don't, but in case we do, it's good. So before I hit the gym, this is my pre-workout smoothie. It's 2 grams of whey isolate, a bunch of honey, and peaches and frozen fruit with 20 grams of creatine. So I don't really eat a lot of sugar unless it's before and after I train. So this is gonna make sure when I get into the gym, I can kind of get a pump a little bit. Welcome back to the chat, Jane. Yeah, if I had as much money as Elon Musk, I would do the same thing. You relaxing, mate? Sweet. Can you become a UK Prime Minister? I don't think I'm qualified to be a Prime Minister. I think I'm one of those people who is maybe too honest and too, I have that, trust me. I was in the service. I have that savage inside of me, but sometimes I think I'm too honest for politics. I want to believe what people say, and I know people lie, you know? Oh, cool, I match you. I like that. You really need a new one? Well, there's probably people way more qualified to be a UK's Prime Minister than myself. And also, I'm in the United States. If anything, I just want to encourage all you guys in the chat to know that it's going to be all right. You can do it. And also wear cotton. I've been getting in this stage where I'm wearing a bunch of cotton lately, and I think it makes me feel better than all that artificial dye. You're in Pakistan? Some people say I look, the other day somebody said that I look like the Temu version of Adam Sandler. Some people think, this is what I get. I've never seen the movie Stranger Things. I've never seen any of these shows. I don't really watch TV. Somebody said I look like a guy from Stranger Things, Justin Bieber. Zane in here says I look like Jesse. Yeah, Temu. Yeah, Chesto. They said the Temu version of Adam Sandler. I was like, geez, dude. Keep it coming, dude. Roast me, dude. Roast me, man. I love it. I love it. Roast them, man. I'm almost 40, man. I don't know, man. Mr. Bean is amazing. I love Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's like, that's Mr. Bean. Is the treadmill and the bike a good workout? It don't work like that. It's anything is a good workout, but you got to know you need to know what you're training for, and you need to know if you're trying to use hypertrophy to like isolate muscles through time under tension, or if you're doing something to burn fat. You know, it's not just, is this a good workout? It's deeper than that. So I am a certified trainer, been training people for about 15 years. I'm also a nutritionist. So the guy who asked me what's in the smoothie, I'll get to you in a second. Hot dogs or donuts? Neither. I don't eat any of that. Neither. No opinion on Venezuela. Any house plants? No, but I got lots of plants out here. I got a lot of plants out there in the greenhouse. I don't know if you can see it. Show you. I got lots of plants out here in the greenhouse. And then I have these garden beds I'm planning on. We have garden beds here that we're going to put up. That's the studio where y'all see me do some of the other videos. The greenhouse is over there. There's the chickens. And then we put a carport up. Hey, Possum, what you doing, Possum? Hey, Possum. Anyways. Oh, yeah. We have property and land. Well, the thing is, man, I worked really hard. I saved a bunch of money. I was in the military. I am a licensed insurance agent. I invest in the index fund. I teach people how to invest long term. So, hey, Soul Cat, appreciate that. Only plants I have are edible, not growing flowers. Yeah, I feel that. I don't really eat a lot of plants, man. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I have good sources of farmers around, and I try to support them. I don't really eat a lot of plants. I eat more fats and protein. I think if you eat more butter, more protein, like from steak and red meat and eggs, and then you limit your plant consumption, I'm not saying not eat them, but I think most people should eat more fat and protein, just like RFK Jr.'s new pyramid and dietary recommendations. I'm a big fan of that. All those processed carbs are not good for you. Carrots are cool. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of evidence that says beta carotene, which is vitamin A in carrots, can help with your sight. But you know what's also going to help with your sight? Not doing things that hurt your eyes, like getting sunlight, not drinking, not smoking, and not letting your body as a whole unit age and degenerate. Going to the gym, keeping your body strong, those things are going to keep you young. Who's ever asked me what's in my smoothie? Did they not give you dental? What are you talking about? I've never had braces, man. I never have braces, man. And I went to the dentist after not brushing my teeth for like 6 months and I had no cavities. You don't really need to brush your teeth all the time if you're not eating junk food. Like if you're not eating a lot of processed sugar, your teeth are not gonna rot. If you're eating a lot of processed sugar, and I don't drink carbonated drinks. I don't do carbonated water. I don't do carbonated diet sodas. All I drink is water, a little bit of juice here and there, and maybe some milk or almond milk, but I don't drink sodas. All that carbonation and all that citric acid, all that stuff is ripping your teeth down. Yeah, man. Have I ever broken? Yeah, I've broken my nose 3 times. You see how my nose is crooked? I used to do a lot of fighting and a lot of boxing and mixed martial arts. So I've broken my nose 3 times because I used to, when you're sparring and stuff. I don't know if you've ever been sparring, but you start sparring with someone hit, especially when I was younger, before I learned how to control my emotions. I got smashed in the face a lot. I've broken my jaw playing rugby. I've dislocated my shoulder. I've had 4 herniated discs in my back. I've torn a quadratic muscle here. I've had 3 hernias. I've had surgery through here. So yeah, my body has always been put through the ringer. Yeah, I did. Actually, Jogo R5K, absolutely. I quit drinking. I quit smoking. No THC, no nicotine. Hey, what's up, Starfire from Norway? Chess Devil, I am still doing my military training, but I'm cutting back to where all I'm trying to do is get lean. All I'm doing now is going to the gym and just working on getting lean. My whole process is I'm going through a get lean phase. So me getting lean involves me trying to get that lean fitness model physique where it's not too big, right? I'm 6'4", 220 pounds, and you can see, like, I'm not huge, but when I get a pump going and I have the right lighting, essentially, I get that V taper. So I'm training specifically to have that V taper look. You see how I have the separation? Man, lighting's coming in now. Let's see. Maybe that way. I'm trying to get to where I have those wide shoulders and I'm working on getting my waist down. So again, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not a power athlete anymore. My whole goal for my physique is to have wide shoulders, 6'4", 220 pounds. I do a lot of calisthenics and I do a lot for my back. So my back is kind of like an upside down triangle. So I train more for aesthetics and to be lean. And I'm almost 40 years old and I have a lot of injuries. So my whole training right now is like push-ups, pull-ups, sprints. And because I'm cutting back my energy now I'm doing some isometrics with some dumbbells and stuff. And what that's allowing me to do is to contract my muscles and try to get separation and delineation. So again, that's kind of what I'm doing. So depending on what you want to do for your training, you got to kind of understand what are you trying to do during this phase of training, right? Do you still have full range of motion though? Yeah, of course. I mean, other than my injuries, the thing that's hurt me, like right now, my back is really wide. I have torn a shoulder joint by playing sports. I was doing some wrestling when I lived in Yokosuka, Japan. And then when I was wrestling, I dislocated my shoulder. So it's always kind of affected my chest development. But I learned this year at almost 40, I learned what it takes I can build my chest now with 30-pound dumbbells. You can laugh all you want. I can lift heavy weight. I can bench press almost 305 pounds, right? I can do about 300 for one solid rep, right? But I only work out with 135. Guys, I'm telling you, if you want separation and delineation, it's time under tension. You got to not just go slow, but you got to know how to contract and move. And once you learn how the bodies move, you put time under tension. So, Well, that's your opinion, man. All right. Nah, man, back in the day, I had a 700-pound deadlift, brother. I was a power lifter before I had three herniated discs, man. But, if you don't believe me, that's fine. Your opinion of me does not affect the opinion I have of myself. Why would I think that someone in my chat that comes in, at the end of the day, you're looking at my stream. If you think that any comment that you say is going to affect how I feel about myself, then continue to do that because I love to spam. All I ask is that you stay appropriate. You can make fun of me, you can do whatever you want, but anyone into the chat, all you need to do is just keep it appropriate because I do have young viewers that come in here. Sometimes I get people as young as 14 and 15. Oh, you don't think I could deadlift 305 right now? I could do 305 without even a warm up, brother. Anyways, lifting heavy weight isn't worth the risk of chronic pain. Yeah, hotel corner, exactly. See, I'm almost 40 years old. So when I was in my 20s, I lifted heavy and I did get big and thick. You can look at my videos from 10 years ago and you can see where I was 280, 290 pounds, especially when I was in the service. I was really big into powerlifting. But what I noticed is you don't have to lift that heavy to have an aesthetic physique. Instead, I find sprinting. I do one-legged sprints a lot. If you do a one-legged sprint and you do those, every time you jump up with one leg plyometrically, you're lifting 6 times your body weight and force. And what's interesting is I found that the body tends to adapt to kinetic strength more than static strength. Most people in the gym that are really big are typically out of shape. They can't move. And a lot of times they're breathing and they have a big old gut. My waist is 32 inches and my shoulders are close to 50. So there's a 20-inch difference between my shoulders and waist. I train to look like an upside down triangle, like old school, like Steve Reeves style. So if you want to train to look good and actually look good when you take your shirt off, that's a whole nother style of training. Now look, if you want to be a power lifter, if you want to go through that, or you want to be a large football player and you need that size, by all means. I have no desire to look like that. I want to feel better. And when I take my shirt off and I go walk around, I like it when people come up to me and like, wow, how do you look like that? And I'm like, oh, well, I'm a professional trainer. I study nutrition. I coach people for a living. It's one of the businesses I do. It is amazing because so many people think you have to do all these things, and it's not that complicated, guys. A lot of it has to do with nutrition, right? Yeah, Bruce Lee style. Although Bruce Lee was a freak athlete. Bruce Lee at 130 pounds had the punching power of someone 305. It's very amazing that he hadn't even reached 30 years. It's very amazing that he hadn't even reached 30 years. Thank you for the advice. Well, good for you. I need to be gay biologically, whatever you say. Just because people are nice doesn't mean you're some sort of fitness god. Now, I never said I was a fitness god. Never said that. What I'm saying is I know I look good because people come up to me all the time and ask me for advice. And then they're willing to give me money. Because people knew me when I was 300 pounds, and then they see me years later and they're like, whoa, how did you do that? And then I coach them. So, favorite anime? Dragon Ball Z. I don't watch a lot of anime. I've only watched 2 animes in my life. I watched Dragon Ball Z, and then I watched some of Fairy Tail. I don't really watch TV. I don't play video games. If I'm not outside working or going to the gym, I'm usually creating content. Here recently, my channel's got 1.3 million views. And for you guys in the chat, please help me get monetized. So thank you for everyone who keeps coming into my chats. Everybody here, all those haters and stuff. So one of the things I want to express to you is my gratitude for you coming into my chat. Because one of the things is, No. See, that's the thing, Jim boy. I don't care how much weight I can lift. if you haven't figured it out, Jim Boy, just so you know, I can look better training with 135 pounds than most people can with 225. It is what it is. Now, what I say by looking better is, let me define that. Everybody has their own goal. I don't care how much I can bench press. I don't care how much I can squat. That means nothing to me. What means to me is how fast I can sprint. I like to do sprints. I do a pull-up workout where I can do 30 pull-ups. If you can't do 20 or 30 pull-ups, if you can't do 10 pull-ups, then to me, you're weak. Like as a man, I'm 6'4", 220 pounds, and I can do pull-ups like crazy. So to me, I'd rather control my body weight kinetically than statically lift weight. Because you got to remember too, I'm 6'4", but my arms are the arm length of someone 6'9" to 7 foot. I have really long arms. So I have to move my body all the way through that space. What people don't realize is if you can take weight and you can manipulate it to where you send it further away from your body, you'll look better. I mean, I know it works. You can laugh in the chat all you want. It is what it is, man. You just haven't figured it out yet. You'll figure it out if you keep training. When you get older, you're gonna figure this out. Most of the younger viewers are gonna think it's not true, but you'll figure it out if you keep training. I hardly ever bench press, dude. I'll use 30 kilograms, or I can use 30-pound dumbbells and make my chest look better. I don't care how much I can bench press. Now, I do a lot of push-ups. I do a lot of dips. I'll do some weighted dips with like 90 pounds strapped to me. So I can do dips at 220 with weighted dips. I'll do weighted dips before I do bench press. I don't like bench press. I think it's a silly exercise. But that's me. If you like bench press, go on and do it. Okay, whatever you say, Jim Boy. Oh yeah, shoulder press. Oh yeah, I've always been able to, at my peak, before I had my back injury, I was 280, I could always shoulder press. Oh yeah, I love shoulder press. Now, shoulder press was one exercise I like. I think standing up and lifting something above your head is way more impressive. When you think about it, look at the world's strongest men. The strongest men that compete in world's strongest men, they really don't bench press that much. They do more deadlifts and they do more overhead pressing. Now, that being said, I have no desire to have that type of build, because as you get older, all that big bulk that's not pure lean tissue, it's really not good for you, man. It's not. If you want to age well, you need to be able to move your body. Play the long game, man. Don't play the short game. Play the long game. Yeah, Larry, it is. So when you're longer and you have those long arms, Larry, what you need to do is you need to realize when you have something further away in any movement, when you have longer arms, you're actually usually better at twisting. So a lot of your movements need to be athletic. And if you don't want to be super huge, like I don't want to be that big. I really don't want to be above, the biggest I like to be is 230. If I get up to 240, 250, 260, 270, I start getting thicker, but I start, and then I get sleep apnea. I reverse my sleep apnea by shrinking my neck. If you're big and powerful, but you have to use a CPAP machine to go to sleep, I don't see why a person would do that. Like lifting weights to get bigger and stronger at the cost of your health doesn't make sense to me. It's never made sense to me. You want to be athletic. You want to be able to move. You want to be able to play sports. For example, I played basketball, baseball, football, track, rugby. I was a shooting guard in basketball. I was a pitcher in baseball, and I was a quarterback in football. So to me, it's all about being able to move and mobility. And plyometrics are really cool too. Yeah, Larry, if you have herniated disc, Larry, if you're in the chat, Larry, let me give you a tip. Can I tell you an exercise that'll help you with your herniated discs? Because I have 3 herniated discs, and one that's kind of in between. Now, let me tell you something. Oh yeah, haters and trolls equal money. Oh, I love it. Absolutely. Please. Push-up makes your backs, Shelby Vandergrift, push-ups are making your back hurt because when you do a push-up, there's something called scapular retraction and thoracic extension. If you don't squeeze your butt and you don't squeeze your core when you're doing push-ups, you're probably pushing your back and you're putting the tension here. So instead, you need to get on your knees, get in a push-up position just on your knees and slowly go down and make sure you feel the tension, not in your shoulders, not in your traps, but you need to feel it in your chest and your triceps. And what you do is don't worry about how many reps you do. Worry about what do you feel. Don't count reps. Instead, make every rep count. Quality over quantity for the long run, every time. Is mayonnaise an instrument? What? What is this? Yeah, so again, that's your hand position. So if you're here, depending on where you put your hands, and don't put your hands here when you do a push-up. A lot of people do push-ups here. You gotta pull your chest up, get here, and just hold a position. And if you can't do a lot of push-ups yet, then hold positions. One of the things that I find when I train people is they always wanna go fast, but they won't hold positions. You wanna hold positions for 30 to 45 seconds sometimes. Sometimes you really have to go slow, but you're not just going slow to go slow. You're going slow so you can focus the tension on a specific part of the body. The body is going to respond to tension more than load because a lot of people that push a lot of load are using their whole body. Now that's fine if you want to be an athlete and you want to train that way, but if you're trying to look better, you need to take that tension and direct that tension into a specific spot of the body. And if you feel other muscles coming into play, then you have to readjust how you're applying that tension. So there takes a little bit of, intelligence to really sculpt the body if you really want it to look good. Now that's if you want it to look good. Yeah, Jim Boy, I don't care if you leave. Go ahead. I don't really care. What did you do to stabilize the spine? Okay, so what I did, I wore a back brace. And Larry, what you want to do is you want to start hanging from a pull-up bar. So you want to start hanging from a pull-up bar for at least 30 seconds to a minute. And when you're hanging, I want you to squeeze your stomach in, tighten your butt, squeeze, release. Squeeze, and you really need to make sure you understand how to contract the core with your diaphragm and squeeze your butt. Once you can do that and you can brace, there's something called the hollow body positions. This is what gymnasts do. Gymnasts will hang and do a hollow body. A hollow body position is where you squeeze your core and glute. After you hold that position for 30 to 60 seconds, that's step one. Once you can do that, your step two is you're gonna take one leg and you're gonna raise it for 10 seconds, put it down. Other leg, raise it. Now this is why you're hanging on the bar. You're eventually gonna get to where you can do an L sit. Once you hold that position, even if you rock a little bit, but you lift your legs, because you've herniated your disc, it's probably your L2, L3, and L4, which is the lower lumbar. You want to raise your legs while hanging on the pull-up bar. That's level 2. And you want to get to where you can do L sits. That is going to completely help your spine. But you can't do it fast if there's tension. So you have to slowly progress that. Yeah, you have to. Larry, badass, message me on Instagram, Mind, Music, and Muscle. If you actually want to work with me, I will prescribe and I can show you. And I do coach people virtually. So I have a lot of clients I coach online, and I do one-on-one sessions. And if you want to work with me, I'm willing to work with you. If not, I'll give you the tips in here. But if you work with me one-on-one for a few months, I promise you I will change your life. I will change your life and how you feel because I've already done it. I had to rehabilitate my own lower back, and I didn't have surgery. My herniated discs were repaired after about 2 years of doing trial and error, and I learned how to decompress my spine and get blood and fluid and synovial fluid, it's technically synovial fluid, into my spine, and that has caused me to basically reduce my pain dramatically. And yeah, man, for sure. Let's see. There we go. Jim boy. All right. What do you recommend for dislocated shoulder? I took the sling after off. So for your dislocated shoulder, do you know if it's internal or external rotation that you're having issues with? So what you need to do is you can even get something like this, man. Just get a soup can and put your elbow up here to where you're here and start doing this. You see how my elbow is in line, perpendicular, like you see the 90 degrees angle here? I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm here. What you want to do is you want to get to where you can hold this, pull this shoulder back, see if that feels good, and then you want to work on slowly coming up, see if there's any pain, and then you want to work to where you can slowly come down and get to where you can get all the way down, right? So you want to do that, and as far as your rehabilitation, get bands. Get you a big rubber band, put it around your shoulder, wrap one of those bands around a back piece, like a squat rack or power rack, put that big band on your shoulder, and just do this. That's gonna be good, but remember your shoulder is a ball and socket, so you need to make sure you compress and retract your scapula and have the right tension as you're moving it. Don't be loosey-goosey and have that ball and socket moving around. How many chickens in a flock? I don't know. Is chicken soup working? I have no idea what you're saying. There we go. Okie dokie. Yeah, so if you can go down, but then so if you find yourself going up, it probably means you tore something right through here, which is probably the labrum or the supraspinatus, which is inside of there. So what you need to do is you need to find if this is pain. I'm talking to you, if this is pain, you go here. You need to find that pain threshold and kind of wiggle around it right there. Don't worry about the weight, just worry about increasing the range of motion. The weight will come in the future. You want to protect the joint and have integrity in that joint before you jump. How many cobs to change a light bulb? How many cobs to change a light bulb? I don't know, but please don't make it a disgusting joke, because I have a lot of guys and girls that come in my chat who are younger. So please just keep it appropriate. You're very welcome, First Kind. Oh yeah, so if you're gonna get a Roman bench, absolutely, but you don't really need one, man. What you can do is you can get to the edge of a bed, or you can get some wood, lean forward and come back. A reverse hyper at gyms, anything where you can bend your back and forth. But what you don't want to do is do this. You don't want to start just doing this. What you want to do is you want to be here. Let's say you're locked into one of those back machines. What you want to do is you want to come up to here, and then you want to hold that position for about 60 seconds. Before you start doing this, let's say you're hanging off, your legs are locked in and you're trying to rehabilitate your back. This is what most people do. Don't do that. Instead, even if you have to put your hands down, that's okay. Come up slowly and then hold positions for 60 seconds. Once you can hold that position for 60 seconds, if you start shaking, your body is gonna tell you where the weak links are. Once you identify where those weak links are, now you know what you need to focus on, and then you take it from there. It's not just small movements, no. It's small movements, but it's not just small movements, man. Listen to the words I'm saying. Listen to the exact words that I'm saying. Do not think that you changing one word in the sentence that I'm saying is going to change the meaning of the sentence. You have to listen to the details. The devil is in the details. I know this because it took me 2 years to rehabilitate my back, and I wish I would have known this sooner. Small motions, but you need to hold it. You need to hold the positions for 60 seconds. If you can't hold a position for 60 seconds, you'd have not earned the right to do this. You need to hold the positions, and when you're holding that, you need to know how to use your diaphragm and your glutes so you know your pelvis isn't shifting too far to the front and back. You got to pay attention to body alignment, man. Because that's what's gonna save you time, right? Anything is better than nothing, but too much of anything isn't nearly as good as knowing something and doing it with higher quality. The biggest thing I can tell you guys in the gym is this: do not count reps. Make every rep count. Instead of focusing on shitty and sloppy reps like so many guys do, if you're trying to make your body look better and you're trying to aesthetically change it, you need to make sure the quality of what you do is at the base of your attention. Don't listen to music. Don't get da-da-da-da-da. Take your music out and focus on what you're doing. Don't listen to music. Don't do any of that, right? Focus on, most people listen to music and they just go explosive, and that's fine. But if you want to be more efficient, put music on in the background, but don't put stuff in your ears. Focus on what your body is doing and listen to your body and really pay attention to the details. That is the key. Are leg lifts better from a hanging position? It doesn't matter. First kind, they're both great. They hit different parts of the obliques. I think the benefit of the dips is you need to be able to hold yourself in a dip position and do this. You want to hold yourself and then push yourself all the way up and then come down. Most people are in dips like this, but if you push yourself and your shoulders all the way up to here and you hold dips like this, you can train your scapula. If you do knee raises to L sits, back to knee raises down, those are great on the dip bar, and you can rock back and forth. So many times people are so worried about being explosive and how many reps they do, they don't care about the quality that they're doing. Do both, and also it depends on how long your legs are. Like, I'm 6'4", and my legs are pretty large for a guy that does calisthenics. Legs were always my best body part, legs and back. So I have long, big legs and long arms, right? So when I do hanging L sits or lift my legs, I got to lift my long ass legs so far in front. So I find them on the pull-up bar to be harder than the dip bar. But if you're 5'7" or 5'8" or 5'10", I'm 6'4". Maybe you're taller than me. Maybe you're 7'4". The taller you are, the more strength it takes to hold those positions because the weight is further away from your body. Hence why most gymnasts are 5'2" to 5'5" because they're more compact. However, the good news is if you as a taller dude can master those, your body is going to look phenomenal. Nothing is going to make your body look better as a tall athlete than controlling your body weight. But it's going to take you twice as long because you're literally having to move more. You're moving weight through a longer distance, which is a form of progressive overload. Larry, I appreciate it. Chris, do you know how to play guitar? No, I have a guitar in the studio, but because I've been focusing so much on getting monetized on YouTube, and then I'm trying to cut and I'm trying to look like a fitness model. There's a few people, what is this? Oh. Excuse me, bro, what's your real name, please? You already know my name. It's your favorite coach and entrepreneur, Coach Chris. Stop this, Mathers. I don't care. Yeah, Dan, I don't really care. You don't control time. Yeah. Are you human or American? I don't know what that means. Probably both. By the way, guys, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. Guys, for you guys who actually care about nutrition and getting lean, come back in the chat. You see this guy? At 3 p.m. today, I'm gonna go to the gym and then come back. When 4 hours today, this guy's gonna be on a live stream with me. Come back to the live stream, right? Grindstone.foundation. Glenn Wilkinson is gonna be in this stream and we're gonna be doing an interview at 3 o'clock today. He's got 303,000 followers. Go to his page if you're in the chat and you wanna support me. Go to his page and like him and send him a message and said, Mind Music and Muscle said you're gonna be here at 3. At 3 p.m., he's in the UK. He's gonna take at least 30 minutes to talk to us about his training and how he stays lean and ripped. I'm trying to look like him, man. Look at him at 55. And he has the same theories that I do. And he's one of the only people that I've met that actually has said, oh yeah, I figured that out too. So he said he figured it out about my age, and I can tell you firsthand that he has an incredible physique and a lot of the training principles we're gonna be discussing, so be tuned for that. Let's see, and we'll come back. Well, bam. Oh, okay, so Never Loser Rick. Yeah, Never Loser Rick at 8 p.m. your time, that's 3 p.m. for me. He's gonna be in the chat and we're gonna be discussing that. So. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for that. Really excited for that. Actually, I'm ecstatic about it because he's a really... Dude, if you just see his physique and you see how he trains, he just gets it, man. You see, I'm a professional trainer. I've trained lots of people. And when I find someone who gets it, I'm always like, it's awesome. Because a lot of people just don't get the basics of training. Oh no, I'm gonna put my other shorts on. All right. Oh, for you guys who asked me if I play music, there you go. Here's a little piece for you. I have one of these. Well, bam. Let's see here. Yeah, I like music. All right. All righty. It's not about doing hundreds of reps or hundreds of sets, man. That's not how it works. The only difference between what you were doing before and you can do, the sweet spots is usually 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 12, 12 to 15. But again, it depends on how you're training and what you're training for. It really does depend on what you're training for. sometimes you're training to work on contraction, but if you're trying to build new muscle tissue, time under tension for about 45 seconds to a minute and a half, in my humble opinion, that works good for aesthetics. Now again, not everybody's training to look better. Not everybody trains to look better. A lot of people train just to show off in the gym to show people how much weight they can lift. Yet, a lot of times they don't like the way they look. So if you don't like the way you look, change the way you train. Like, I like the way I look. Especially because I've been cutting and I've been doing low carbs and higher fats and protein, and I'm flat. But I can tell you firsthand that when I start getting in the gym and getting a pump and I start moving around, the first thing that I notice is my body starts to look veiny, and it's really cool. I like that lean, athletic look. And I found a way to where I don't have to lift all that heavy weight in order to achieve that. And it's pretty interesting. I used to think you had to lift heavy to do that, but you don't, man. You really don't. It's really about time under tension and understanding basic kinesiology. You need to understand the basics and how the body actually moves. And when you understand how the body moves and create tension, the body can actually withstand a lot of volume, but the volume that you're going to withstand is going to be based on your form. So, you know, what is this? Pull this in. Glenn's going to be here at that time. What on earth is going on here? There we go. I was looking for my keys. All right. All right, and also, as far as supplements, I do take this, Jocko. This is one of the supplements I take. Jocko's Test Booster is pretty good. I find this to be pretty good. I take it when I'm going low on carbs, because I'll go and I won't eat carbs for 3, 4, 5 days sometimes. Now, this is one thing I got to tell you guys. If you're trying to get lean and you're not going to use drugs and you're going to stay natural like I do, you really got to understand diet and nutrition. Some days you're going to go into the gym and you're going to look sucked up and flat. But again, if you're training to look good, not just lift a bunch of weight, that's part of the process, man. Trust the process. Trust when you're depleting your glycogen that you're not going to look good. But as soon as you reintroduce sugar and carbs back into your system, you will look good. It's just a mind game, guys. It's all a mind game. Okie dokie. Let me rinse these dishes real quick. Rinse those. Well, bam. All right. Looking good, feeling good. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Cut all the lights off. There we go. Got that over there, that over there. Put the shoes on, and we're good. Get a life, loser? Well, I would, but people like you keep coming into my chats and helping me get monetized. So it's all right, brother. There ain't no need to call other people losers. By the way, just so you know, when you call other people a loser, when you have proven nothing in your life, all you're doing is displacing your own inadequacies. So just know that people who've actually been around the world and actually accomplished things, we feel sorry for you, man. It's going to be okay. You can do it, but, you got to change your attitude. You're actually going to be a loser for the rest of your life, brother. So change your attitude and have some gratitude, and your life will be better. In case you were wondering why you're not where you want to be in life, I just gave you the answer, brother. You got no spirit? All right. I never met a hater doing better than I do. I've never met a hater doing better than me. The only thing that haters do is remain losers. But I appreciate the clout in the chat. Yeah, that's me. All right, now when we go down this country road, all right. No, I'm not trying to roast you, brother. I'm just trying to tell you that I have empathy when the young guys come in here and the young girls and they're just, how do I say this, man? When I was younger, I was a lot like you. I went around and hating on everybody and I was just a loser. Then I realized that if I were to change my attitude, I could actually do things. And then I had property. Now I'm homesteading. I've got a retirement. I'm putting stuff in the bank, getting monetized on YouTube. I have a studio. I'm so blessed in every way. And none of that would happen unless I changed my attitude. So I kind of have a soft spot in my heart for you. Awesome person who can accomplish anything. Then, yeah, now you know you have someone here. You can call me Uncle Chris, baby. But I promise you this, if you don't change your attitude, you're going to remain a loser for the rest of your life, baby. Now, sometimes on this country road, the signal goes in and out, guys. So let me know if the signal starts going in and out, because I'm now getting ready to go to the gym. I've lost 100 pounds and we're going to get shredded in 2026. I mean, I'm going to get disgustingly lean. And yeah, I know I'm going to get thin when I do it, but once I get really, really thin, I'm going to focus on I really like Split's physique. I thought he had the greatest physique in all the fitness models. 6'1", 100 pounds, diced and shredded. I like that look. I'm 6'4", 220 pounds. So. All right, dope. Yeah, you like my shirt, dude? All right, in the comments, how much did I pay for my shirt? You guys know I love shopping at Goodwill's. You know, I'm very blessed. I'm very fortunate. I can go buy any clothes that I want from any store, but I still shop at Goodwill. Why? Because in order to have money, you have to not buy things that other people are buying, and instead you buy stocks and you buy investments and you put things into the market. So instead, I go get fun, interesting, radical clothing from Goodwill's. 20 bucks? Nope, not 20, less. I got this awesome, pure cotton, glows in the dark. So when I'm outside at nighttime, the chickens, and I'm feeding them, I have a glow in the dark shirt. Less than 20. Less than 20, my friend. You said your dad is dead. Dana, you know what? My condolences that your father is dead. But let me tell you something. The best thing that you can do to honor your father is to pick something that gives you a why and put so much volume into it, it would be irrational for you not to succeed. Honor your father who is no longer with you by dedicating to self-discipline, because it is only through self-discipline that you will find who you truly are in this world. Stop smoking, don't smoke, don't drink, don't look at pornography. The only thing you need to do is work on self-discipline and find out what your why is. Not what gets you out of morning, but why. All right, next question. 10. Self-discipline, man. I don't know who's in the chat down there. Oh, by the way, Miller, I made you a moderator. So Miller, do me a favor. When people are in here, give them a warning. Help me moderate the channel. Essentially, the people who are being mean, I don't really care. I don't care if someone's mean to me. But if someone is being sexually explicit or they're just being really terrible, and they're doing some weird stuff, give them a warning. I want the haters in the chat because they give me comments. However, I don't want any of the haters to feel anybody in the chat that becomes uncomfortable. Does that make sense? Sell me that shirt? Well, I'll tell you how to sell something because I have been a top sales rep at 3 companies in my life. Guys, I'm not bragging. Please don't think that I'm bragging. I'm telling you what I've done as a reason to why. Now, there's certain things I haven't done in life. And if I don't know something, I will tell you. But in order to sell you this shirt, you know what the first question is? As far as sales go, let's do some sales training, guys. I like to sell. Okay, sales training 101. If I sold you this shirt, what is the first question I should ask you in order to sell you this shirt? What should I ask? Well, here's the thing, man. I'm driving down a country road in the middle of the woods, so I'm not even in town. So I'm in the middle of the country. I'm not in the city. There's no cops out here, and even if there was, I mean, realistically, I kind of stream and blog, dude. So I'm hands-free. My eyes are on the road. I have this weird thing where I can keep one eye on the road and I can keep one eye on the phone. I'm kind of like a chameleon. I can control my eyes independently. I don't know how I can do that, but I wear glasses when I do it because it freaks people out. They're like, what is wrong with your eye? What is wrong with your eye, Chris? But nah, dude, I don't have enough time, man. I'm trying to get monetized. We're almost at night. Guys, if we continue to stream 3 times a day for an hour and you guys continue to come into the chat, we will be monetized within a couple months, if not sooner. Tell your friends, tell your family, hit the like, hit the subscribe. The most important thing for you to do to obtain joy should be come into my stream and listen to me rant about random stuff. People in the United States are so weird. That's fair. But it's not just people in the United States, friend. Everybody's weird. It's the normal people you have to worry about. Hank is looking for you. Yeah, apparently Zane thinks that I am Jesse from Breaking Bad. So apparently Zane thinks I look like Jesse from Breaking Bad. Poll into the chat. Do I look like Breaking Bad? Do I look like Jesse? Do you guys think so? Question in the chat. Do I look like Justin Bieber? Do I look like Jesse Breaking Bad? Or there's some guy on this show, I've never seen it, called Stranger Things. People keep asking me if I'm this guy from Stray Kids or Stranger Things. So, Zane, I'm glad I got you to laugh. That's funny. Okay, cool. Well, Zane, they say I don't look like Jesse from Breaking Bad. So I don't know if you're onto that. They say no. Walter White. I look like Walter White. I don't know. I still got my hair, dude. I kind of still have my hair. You look like my boyfriend who was murdered. Oh my God. I don't know how to respond to that other than I'm back. I'm just kidding. That's terrible. I'm back. Darling, they didn't murder me. Darling, they didn't murder me, actually. What the truth is, I had to fake my own death to escape, but I escaped with my life. That's why I had to separate myself from you, dear. Anyways. I think about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby. And you'll still think about you, baby. And I think about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. I dream about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. Ooh, without you, baby, and you're still within my heart. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. Ooh, without you, baby. Hank should arrest you because of your voice. Oh, that's okay. I don't care. I'm going to sing whether you like it or not. I don't sing for you. I sing because it makes me happy. And on that note, there's a life lesson in that, guys. There's a big life lesson. If everything that you do is to please somebody else, yet you can't do something that doesn't please others, but pleases yourself, then you are controlled by other people, and thus you need to understand that other people have no bearing on who you are in your own life. Just so you know. Does that make sense? Or does that make sense? Think about you all the time. Keep the hate coming. All right, guys, so we're at 34 thumbs ups right through here. Good, good, good. I don't like you. I do not care if you do not like me, but I hope you know we can still be friends. I don't care if you like me or not, because I am not going to stop. Haters will hate and lovers will love. Try to live life as a beautiful dove. Fly and soar, keep your mind at bay. Listen to the words that I say. Guys, you got to have internal peace. If you don't love yourself, nobody's going to love you, dude. You got to love yourself from within. If you can't love yourself from within, no one is going to love you outside you.
Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen of the church, does that make sense?
I hate Canada. Why you hate Canada, man? What did Canada ever do to you? Don't hate anything, man. Don't hate and don't love. Stay in peace and balance. I mean, there's certain things that are going to make you feel good, but if you focus on too much hate or you focus on too much love, you're never going to be happy and in balance, man. All right. Almost at the gym. Oh, JMP's back. JMP Dynamite. JMP, and I win the fight. What's up, JMB? JMP. Shout out to one of my moderators. We're doing good, JMP. Today at 3 o'clock. JMP, today at 3 o'clock, this guy right here is going to be into the stream, and I'm going to do an interview with him. His name is Grindstone Foundations, this guy right here. That's 8 o'clock UK time, which is 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is where I'm at. He's going to be in the stream. We're going to do a collab for at least 30 minutes. If you guys want to see an interview and a collab, feel free to come in. We're going to talk about health, wellness, nutrition, a lot of different stuff. And it's going to be live on stream. Right? I'm studying at Technical Engineering College. What advice do you give me? I don't give you any advice because you didn't ask a proper question. You said words with a question, but the question that you ask needs better descriptive words. Self-discipline is always going to be my answer to anything. Whatever you're doing, self-discipline. But ask a more direct question with details, and I will do my best to help answer anything that you have, especially with the experience that I've experienced in life. I've walked down a lot of journeys in life and a lot of different roads. So I'm willing to share my experience with you, but always self-discipline. Dana, I love you too. I love you too, Dana. Dana, when you say that you hate me, you're only saying that you hate yourself. If you, who you've never met anyone in your life, who you know nothing about, and you tell them, I hate you, people who are intelligent like myself, what we understand is you're only saying that you hate yourself. Why do you hate yourself, Dana? What has the world done to you to where you hate yourself so much that you can go to a random stranger that you know nothing about and hate? You know I'm just playing a character on here, right? Come on now. What's happened to you in the world that just, Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't, Dana, but I can tell you this. If you don't change your attitude, you're never going to do anything in life worth anything. You'll either figure out now or you can figure it out later. I just hope you can take some of the words and understand that the world will open up for you if you practice self-discipline. It's all about self-discipline, friend. If you have no discipline, you have no why. And if you have no why, you won't succeed. Don't be motivated, be dedicated. Motivation comes and goes. The words that will change your life is this. Let me tell you some words that'll change your life. I do it anyways. Okay, I'm tired. I do it anyways. I don't feel good. I do it anyways. I ain't slept in 2 days. I do it anyways. You need to start telling yourself, I do it anyways. You do things. It's either one day or day one. It's not I'll do it tomorrow. It's I'll do it today. That's anything. It's not just going to the gym. It's business. It's to every aspect of your life. And until you figure that out, and let me tell you something, the person that blames themselves has a long way to go, right? The person who blames others has a super long way to go. The person who blames no one, they've become enlightened. You have no one to blame but yourself, baby. Bad things happen. It's part of life, man. Get over it. Get over it, man. Unless you just want to keep going in a circle of destruction. But guys, it's time to go to the gym. Elite Fitness is where we're at. Remember, 3 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time, here in a few hours. That's 8 o'clock UK. We're going to have this guy who I'm going to be doing an interview with. So come back into the chat, guys, please. And go give him a like and follow on Instagram. This guy right here, Glenn. He's going to be in the chat here at 8 o'clock UK time. All right. All right, guys, stay good, and we'll see you next time. So he's going to be here at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Peace, guys.